guys, Robin here, and this is the video I've been promising everyone. I'm going to give you my story of how I got that massive infection all over my body. It started March 1st. My husband and I were outside cutting firewood, and when we started cutting the wood, I saw spiders, didn't think anything of it, see critters all the time outside. But after we were done cutting the firewood and came back in, sitting on the couch, doing some reading, and all of a sudden my husband says, "You're itching yourself an awful lot. What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know." And I'm scratching and scratching. And so I pulled up my sleeve and I was like, oh my God. My arm was just all red and just massive bites all over me. I didn't even notice it. I was just scratching away. And so then I lifted my pant leg on my right leg, and that was even worse. I had 3 areas that were really, really bad, and the whole leg was inflamed. So I've been very much involved with natural health for 10 years now. Thought, well, no problem. I'll use some essential oils on it, some different products that I use for, my go-to products for anything like that. And so I did that, applied them. The next morning I woke up and it was actually worse. So I know with essential oils, you try them for a while. If you're not getting results, then it's not going to work and you try something else. So I did that for about 3 days. The worst part was at the end of that 3rd day, I was actually working, and while I was at work, I started feeling drunk. Literally felt like I was drunk, and anyone who knows me knows I don't drink, so it had to be something else going on. And so I luckily made it home. I had to drive 50 miles home from work that day, so that was a challenge, but I made it home and called Quick Care and was able to get in right away. The doctor that I saw there really did very minimal as far as examining me. Wrote me a prescription for steroids and antibiotics. So I started taking those. After about 2.5 days, I did start feeling a little better. As soon as those prescriptions ran out, a couple days after that, the infection came back. I shouldn't say it came back because it never totally went away, but it just magnified at the end of that time. So all the while I was continuing to try different natural cures. And so after about a week from the first prescription running out, I actually went to see a doctor and got a tetanus shot, stronger antibiotics, and I don't honestly know if there were stronger steroids or not, but it was steroids again. It was for a longer time. So I took those, same result. After a couple days, it started to get better, started looking like it was going to heal. As soon as the prescriptions ran out, then the whole infection came back worse. Started spreading to more and more parts of my body, parts that I hadn't even been bitten on. Started breaking out, and the pain was just incredible, and it just kept getting worse. So continuing natural cures, literally I tried over 50 things. I'll show a whole list of that in the near future as soon as I get done compiling it all together. In the meantime, I was talking to my friends Dana and Mary down in Phoenix, and they were telling me about the CBD products that they were trying. Didn't know anything about CBD, was hesitant, wanted to learn more about it before I actually tried it, so I kind of was putting it off, and meantime just kept getting worse and worse. Ended up going to urgent care again, getting stronger antibiotics and stronger steroids. Same story, exact same story. It just, as soon as it was out, the prescription was out, everything came back tenfold. And so finally, I was at my wit's end. I was in so much pain, my whole body hurt. My skin felt like sandpaper. It felt like someone had poured acid all over my body. I had no energy. I had no appetite. I couldn't taste food. I was getting weak. And in desperation, contacted my friend Dana, and she said, "I will come bring you some products." So actually, my husband Damon and I ended up going halfway to Phoenix to meet her to get some products. I literally had to ride in the back seat because I couldn't even sit up. So when I saw her, she saw my leg, saw the condition I was in, and she was very hesitant to give me the products because she feared that I needed to be in the hospital. I was that bad. I probably did need to be in the hospital. However, I honestly don't believe that they would have done the best thing for me. So she did give me a few squirts of the Revive Pro. Literally just took 3 squirts of that from her, and then she gave me partial bottles of the AM, the midday caps, and the PM. And I actually took the AM right away. And by the time I got home, I actually started feeling just a little bit better. She also gave me some of the Revive salve. My skin was way too tender. I could not even rub the salve on, even though it is a very smooth, light, creamy salve. I couldn't even touch my skin hard enough to rub it on. So I just did the best I could, kind of diluted it in some coconut oil and just barely brushed it on as much as I could. You've seen the pictures of how I got within the first 24 hours, and then literally what happened a week later. And now I've been on the CBD products for about 2 weeks, I believe, and I'm noticing other things. My vision is actually improving. I thought that maybe it was, but then we were actually in a grocery store yesterday, and I noticed normally when I look down those long aisles, I can see about halfway and read the signs. But yesterday I was actually able to read the farthest sign without straining my eyes at all. So I have no doubt that my eyesight is also improving. The infection is continuing to improve. It went from being on practically 90% of my body to, I'd say right now it's probably on 10 to 15% of my body. The pain is dramatically decreased in my right leg where the infection got the worst. It is still somewhat painful, but it's intermittent. It's not constant anymore. And my skin's starting to feel so much softer, and literally everything just keeps improving. Obviously, I'm not going to stop taking the CBD products, and I just hope you all will follow me on this journey and see just how many different things improve as a result of this. And if you are facing any types of health challenges, I strongly encourage you to go to cbdwillchangeyourlife.com and get some of these products yourself. Literally, I believe that these will benefit anyone. Even if you feel you're in perfect health, I'll bet you'll notice some improvement if you try these products. So that's my story up till now. Continue following it and see what other progress I make. Have an awesome day.